Hello and welcome back to our study of Peninei Halacha, the teachings of Rabbi Eliezer Melamed Shlita. Here we are, Yom Chamishi. Continue our learning. We ask you to please continue davening for Chaylei Tzvagan Yisrael, for Shlom Melchol P'tzvei Yisrael, and a return of Ron Gvili Lekvuras Yisrael. We learn each day Le'ilui Nishmat Seren Daniel Shimon ben Arab Doron V'Sheli Hashem Yikum Damo. Next chapter is Kedusha. B'bracha Ashalishis Omrim Kedusha. So in the third bracha of Shemona Esrei we recite Kedusha. V'ikar HaKedusha ba'anias hapsukim kadosh 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 Hashem tzvakos u'melochel arts kvado u'baruch shen kvod baruch kvod Hashem mimekamo. So those two psukim, we say kadosh kadosh and baruch shem, colloquially known, those are the main parts of responding Kedusha. But tchila noagu shechazan haya omer levado es ketei hakishur v'akol haya ones hapsukim kadosh u'baruch v'imloch. So it used to be that the chazan would just say the connecting passages, and the congregation would just answer Kadosh or Baruch Yimloch. Ukayom nogan al pi Arizal. However, today we follow the minig of the Arizal. Shagam hakol omers ketei hakishur, that we say the lead-in verses as well. It's like Nekadesh Shimcha ba'olam, etc. V'achakach hachazan omer b'kol ram, and then the chazan says it out loud. V'hakol ona achraves psukei Kedusha, and then the congregation answers the verses of Kedusha again, which they come from Navi. If you look at these sources. Some say that the last one, Yimloch Hashem, is not part of the main stay of Kedusha, but is considered one of those connecting passages of the Chazan. So let's say a person is in the middle of Kriya Shema, or the brachas of Kriya Shema, and you're in a place where you can answer Kedusha, and you hear Kedusha, so Yana is Psuke Kadoshu Baruch V'lo es Pasuk Yimloch. You should only answer the first two passages of Kadosh Kadosh and Baruch Kavod Hashem Mimekamo, but you shouldn't answer Yimloch. V'yesh omrim sheyana gam es pasuk Yimloch, and some say that you could answer Yimloch. Neisha'afu b'chal hakedusha v'chein hamegna. That's also part of Kedusha, they say, and this seems to be the practice. In the note here, he quotes from the Mishnah Brura and other poskim, quoting both of these opinions and what a person should do. Ideally, one should always just be in line with the Kehillah so you can answer things fully, not run into these questions, but real life gets in the way sometimes. B'sach hakol, in total, Omer b'tefillah shachris shalosh pamim Kedusha. So in the shachris tefillah, we say Kedusha actually 3 times. But brachas yotzei or in the brachas of Kriya Shema, we have Kadosh Kadosh. Chazaras Hashatz Kedusha Kedusha, and then ubeperak Uval Tzion, we have what's called Kedusha de Sidra, which is in Uval Tzion. Ella shenechleku haposkim im al ha'pa'amayim hanosafos chalim dene Kedusha. So the poskim have a disagreement whether or not the first and the third, meaning the other 2 times, are those categorized as real Kedusha would have the same laws. And do they require a minyan? That would be the major nafkamina. So we paskin, practically speaking, that one can say them as an individual. And so that one should exit any suffix. So they bring down a custom that one should read them with the trup. Well, you'll find many Siddurim actually have the trup written on those things, so it's just like reading Pesukim. Aval Kedusha shebechzaras hashatz hu ikar Kedusha, but the Kedusha that we say in the repetition of the Shemona Esrei, what we call Kedusha, that is the main Kedusha, ve'ein omron osel v'lo minyan, and it can only be recited with a minyan. Tov la'amod be'kedusha be'raglayim tzmudos, one should stand with one's feet together, standing feet together during Kedusha. Because this resembles the angels who only have one leg. So when we have our legs together, it's as if we are on one post, so to speak. And we want to resemble the angels when they recite these verses, because the Kedusha is an exchange between God and the angels. And one should say with one's feet together until the conclusion of the bracha following Kedusha of Hakel HaKadosh. But there's no requirement here. And he says many rabbis are not makbid on this, so some people already will release, so to speak, from the feet together position at the end of Yimloch or something like that. So some have the custom of lifting on their toes, going off your heels when you say those verses, Kadosh, Baruch, Yimloch. And you should close your eyes and look heavenward. Because this symbolizes and expresses our desire to elevate ourselves and to try and reach great heights towards HaKadosh Baruch Hu. V'hamakar lakach b'midrash, and he quotes the source of this is found in a medrash. It's quoted in the Beis Yosef and the Ramah, and the Mishabura, Kaf HaChaim, etc. But this is the custom. You see people going up and down 3 times. Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Really, you only have to do it 1 time. Again, whatever your custom is. But these are just one of the things, the customs that we have. And we have seen previously, by the way, that when you take the 3 steps back from Shemona Esrei to go up on your toes, there's no source for that. Maybe it's somehow people think it's related, but the real source is here in Kedusha and not elsewhere. So we are well into Kedusha. We'll see more as we go along, but please continue davening for Chaylei Tzvaga Yisrael. Yisrael, turn up on Vila de Kuras Yisrael. Nishmat and Daniel Shimon Bar Harav Daron Grishalia Shemikum Damo. Thank you so much for joining us today. Hope you have a great day. We'll see you next time.